Link it to that or
Yeah, I got some people. We live, bro.
all right.
Here again. Yeah, we live. We here again with the Trueleon Army, and we are here. Everybody is present. Uh, we are here for another good episode, good conversation with the fellas. Happy to be here. This is Derek, Mr. Playmaker. To my
Real
right,
estate Steve, right here in the building with all your real estate needs. Swing it to my right.
Coach D. Holla at me.
I'm just Corey. I just do whatever you need. From rehabbing to CDLs to, I like DoorDash too. So that's all even matter. I'm sitting too.
Jack of all trades.
I like door dashing too. I like that. You got to keep that in your intro. I like door dashing too.
right. I'm just here to get to it.
What's up, fellas? Y'all having a good weekend so far?
That's cool, man.
Weekend cool.
So far, yeah.
All right,
The
all
weather's
right.
coming together. You know, what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Getting rid of this cold. So how about everybody else? Everybody good?
Yeah, blessed week. Had a blessed week. Not too bad.
Got a crazy question for y'all.
Mhm.
So what happened? Like one day, you guys go to, do we all have daughters by chance?
Mhm.
Well, if you just imagine if you have a daughter, and we go to your daughter's, let's just say swimming event, right? She had a swimming match or whatever, and you go out there and she wins first place, or she ties first place with another young lady, and then you find out that the other young lady, they went ahead and gave her the first place trophy because she is transgender, and they want to push some type of agenda, or not even agenda. They want to make sure they show that they are giving um, rights or some type of high five to the transgender community by giving that young lady the trophy over your daughter. But they tied at the same exact time.
We went quick.
Right into it. Yeah. How'd
Okay.
you feel?
So they actually did tie,
They tied.
and they
Same
gave
time.
them both first place.
Both
Then they
first
messed around and
place.
gave the trans the trophy.
The trophy.
Well, first of all, with me, man, I don't think it was a fair race to begin with if it's trans. But if they let her compete, okay, cool. Now she can. If it's a tie, don't give it to her. You let them do a 1v1.
Wait a minute.
That's what I say. The trans compete.
Yeah, you said her. Don't say.
So I know it's so
Oh, okay.
PC. PC. I get it.
The man that
I get both
transitioned
sides.
into a woman is competing with the girls, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now if you already
Not
allowed that,
competing. They tied for first.
so let
Not
them.
only competing, they are
They are tied,
They shouldn't
they're
allow
up
though.
there.
and then just gave the trophy to the trans just to push the agenda.
Yeah.
in a sort, maybe just to give the transgender community a one up, so everybody just kind of feels better about themselves.
Well, I don't like the scenario from the jump,
Yeah.
but 1v1 that out. You don't just give it to them. If it's a tie, let them each other the tiebreaker. But from the jump, I'm gonna swing it to you real quick before I get into it.
No, finish.
I was about to say, yo, from the
Off
jump,
the hinge.
I don't agree with Okay. Now I was just about real quick. I'm gonna say from the jump, I don't agree that they should be competing against each other, man. That's unfair. If you want trans to compete, then have a separate category
Yeah,
where they can compete. But for
Mm.
several reasons, man, I don't think that's fair from the get go. And what you said this was swimming?
Yeah, it was a swimmer. Yeah, but it could be anything, but for sure, let's just say swimming in this sense. Or you can try even something more physical, like maybe MMA.
Yeah, that was horrible when they did that.
We have a caller calling.
Hey, twin, what it do? What's up, twin?
What's good? What's up with y'all, man?
We all good? How you feeling?
Man, good, bro. Good. I had to support, man. Chime in. I see y'all been doing y'all thing, man. I salute that.
So we appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
So we was over here having a little conversation about the transgender community having their opportunities in athletics, going against daughters and women out here. Just kind of trying to get our point of
Crazy.
view on it.
Yeah, I agree with what Bruh just said. I think they should have their own lane. You know, give them their own sports. That way it make it fair. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I don't have nothing against nobody and how they rock as long as they not coming at me with it and coming at some kids with it. You know, other than that, I don't care. But when you mixing up sports, like it was discussing how they did with the MMA situation with the lady she almost got beat to death. You know what I'm saying? Like by this dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was a transgender, but I mean, he was born a man, so that's crazy. Now, if one of us go punching on a woman, then it's a problem. But they can get a sex change I really don't understand the transgenders all that much. I don't know if they qualify as being transgenders by having a sex change or if they just put on like a wig and some makeup and stuff if they consider them a transgender. I don't know. So yeah, so I don't know. But but it's just crazy that this man that presents himself as a woman was allowed to get in the ring and beat on this woman. Like that's crazy for a sport. So me personally, bro, I'm more so a proactive type person. I'm about the solution and not the problem. So like I said, I agree with what bro said, man. They need their own sport. Give them their own sport. Let the transgenders have their own boxing. Let them have their own track, and it's enough of them. You know what I'm saying? Let them have their own sport, and there's gonna be enough of them that support and to watch it. It'll be people who not even in the LGBTQ community that'll even watch that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So they'll have enough support, but give them their own lane, man. Give them their own bathrooms, all that, man. Give it to them. You know what I'm saying? That way, don't have to be no big debate as to if it's right, if it's wrong. Give them their own lane, cause it's wrong. How you gonna compete? You a man and you competing with a woman in a sport. That's like Clarissa Shields, man. She called out um um who she called out, y'all? Keith Thurman. Come on, man.
Oh
Keith
yeah,
Thurman.
yeah.
And I like Clarissa Shields, but come on, baby girl. You know Keith Thurman punch your teeth out for real, man. I mean, and there are some women that are strong. I'm not taking it away from them, but naturally, we stronger. They know that.
Yeah,
They sometimes
definitely.
they try to compete and try to make it seem like you know whatever, man. We
So
naturally
listen.
stronger, man. So for them to put a man against a woman, it just ain't right, man. Give them their own lane.
So check this out. They do have their own. They already have a lane. It's called men's boxing. It's called men's swimming. I don't care what you put on. It's a lane for you already. Men,
Right.
I think Drew and I did a podcast last year sometime, and we were talking about the transgender male who jumped in. I think placed like something crazy, like 300-400 in the men's swim meets college, but then finished first with the women. No, you can be transgender. That's fine, but if it ain't chopped, you must stop. You you still gonna commit. No. Well, I'm just saying.
What you say?
No. I said if it ain't chopped, you must stop. You need to keep your tail over here with the men. Period. Point blank. So
Yeah.
it's a lane. It's a lane for transgender men sports.
Sure,
I, I
sure.
I definitely would rather see a transgender man that's posing as a woman. I definitely rather see him box with another man rather than
Yeah.
seeing him box with a woman. That's crazy. But so let me ask you this though. You said if it ain't chopped, you must stop. What if it is chopped? Then it's cool to go ahead
So
and
so
compete with the man.
here's the thing. If it is chopped, that shows your commitment to really embracing who you want to be. So that's not to say that internally that genetically we know you still a man.
Hmm.
So genetically you still a man. I get it, but I'm just saying that freedom we can't take away from people. That right, whatever, we can't take away from people. the bottom line is, I think what we can all shake hands on is you still a man. You know, you still a man, but
even if it's chopped, you shouldn't be able to, because you still got the you still got the testosterone, you still got the strength.
You got the hand size, the bone density, the other. But I'll say this though.
I get it. I understand that.
I'll say this for entertainment purposes though. When they talk about the WNBA and the numbers is down, hey, I think those numbers will go up if you let a Joanna man, LeBron James compete in the WNBA. I'll watch that game though. Yo, let something like that happen and he doing 360s and he driving it like LeBron. Like, that's entertaining.
Chicks, two hand.
I just want to see. I'll watch it then. I think that'll help their numbers. You know, let one on each team. That's my suggestion. I'll watch it. You know what I mean?
One on each team.
Real quick, I forgot to get an introduction for my brother that called in. If you want to do a little shout out for yourself, I'll get that in real quick if you don't mind.
But I couldn't hear what you said.
Okay, I was gonna say we didn't get you a proper introduction when you came in. So if you want to go ahead and get that in real quick.
Okay. What's up, y'all? I'm Io Watenza. I'm from the city, Dayton, Ohio, man, representing, man. You know me, man. I love my city, man. I love my people, man. You know, so we gonna rock out.
Right. We appreciate that. We appreciate you calling in and breaking that time with us. You know, we know it's busy out there in everybody's schedule, so we really appreciate you rocking with us. Okay.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all having it, man. We need to have more of this, you know, more dialogue so we can, you know, get these issues out. I want to clarify real quick for all the transgenders and the, you know, gay or the, you know, LGBTQ community. I don't have nothing against y'all, man. I wish y'all the best. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody got their own personal beliefs and ways that they rock. I don't have nothing against y'all, man. You know, outside of like influencing the kids, because I feel like, you know, we should be careful about influence with children. You know what I'm saying? I got an issue with that. But outside of that, I'm not a part of the community though. So, you know what I'm saying? Long as we keep that respectful, then it's cool. It's all love. And I mean, and so with the sports, that's my major disagreement is with physical contact sports such as boxing, MMA, and all that. Like, I'm totally against that. No, I'm totally against that. But like my guy said, if they wanted to add him in on a like the WNBA or something like that, I wouldn't have no problem with it. I do think that it could be considered unfair, but I wouldn't have a major problem with it unless the other players had a problem with it. If they did, then I could see why, you know, that would be an issue. But if they didn't, I wouldn't care. I just don't want to see a man beating on a woman. That's it. But I mean, I that probably would be kind of interesting seeing a transgender playing like on the Joanna man side, like, you know what I'm saying, you know. But yeah, so that's all I really got a strong line that I'm drawing against is the physical contact sports. Outside of that, if the other
Okay. All right. So we think we lost connection with that last caller.
Man, I kicked him out.
What's going on?
Hey, can I just say this before we get to something else?
Yeah.
Okay, like he really just kind of was doing a disclaimer on whatever he wanted to say because of, and man, I ain't got no disclaimer. I'm gonna feel how I want to feel about how I want to feel about it. Because just like you got to feel like they got a choice. Well, I mean, I got a choice or decision that I want to make with how I want to think about it, how I want to think about it. You know, for sure. They don't give no disclaimers when they want to put it in the cartoons and the movies and the. Man, I went and watched the Temptations play. Man, they got them sassy, man.
The Temptations?
Man, and we all know they was players.
That wasn't even a thing back then, though. Yeah, that wasn't a thing back then. Yeah.
You said it was a play?
The Schuster Center.
And they got them sassy, you said?
Big Suave, what it do, baby?
Man, it's crazy.
What's up, brothers? How y'all feeling?
What's happening, Mac?
Man, hey, respect to my man right there who just said that I'm not doing no disclaimers, because You know, and no disrespect to the guy that was on here before me, but he was backpedaling faster than Deion Sanders when he got out of here. And
like, man, I don't know who you are, but you must be scared you about to get canceled. I can't get canceled.
Yeah. I'm like, they can't cancel all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't cancel real men. You actually need us. Unfortunately, for them, real men are the backbone of society. We built this country and we are the backbone. And it's about time we start speaking up and stop backpedaling. And, hey, I just want to let you know I don't have no problem, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bro, it's 2024. Everybody's got a gay friend or somebody. Don't nobody hate those people or got nothing against them like that. The problem is now they're attacking our kids, and it's just everywhere. The hypersexual, the perversion, it's just gone ridiculous, and it's bleeding over into sports where you got boxing matches where men that are acting like women are cracking women's skulls open because of this stuff. And I know I've been talking for a minute. Let me just go ahead and finish and spit my drop a couple facts, and then I'll hand it to the MC here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Men can have up to 90% more upper body strength than a woman. 90%, almost twice as much. They can have, on average, I believe men have 162% more striking power than a woman, the average man to the average woman. That means you can hit her more than 2.5 times harder than she can hit you. And we're going to sit here and act like it's fair because you're taking estrogen and you put on a wig or something. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna chime in real quick. I got a different perspective. No disclaimer,
Okay.
right? All right, cool. I want to see it. I want to see the women and the men. I want to see it because at first we had all these rules. Now you're not allowed. Now it's to the point to where, all right, man, I told y'all, I tried to separate the two. They want all these equal rights, equality. I want to see it now. I want to see the entertainment because we tried to keep it separate.
That's a different perspective.
We tried to tell them why it's not fair, but now the left just really wants it to happen. So let it happen, man. Y'all let them infiltrate y'all sports, and now they want to fight in y'all sports. The conservatives, we out. We tried to keep it separate for this reason. Now you open that door. So now it's entertainment. I want to see it. Y'all let them in. I want to see the dude in the wig box a female because it's like at the end of the day, this is what y'all wanted, right? So for entertainment purposes, right? Oh, let it happen then.
So
because I'm talking back and forth with them. Just let it happen.
So does domestic violence now
not mean as much?
There you go. So now do we kind of take that bite off domestic violence and say, well, hell, shit, she stole me.
Well, we always got the short end of the stick on domestic.
No, but I'm saying, but now, but guess what? Now it's backed by this now. So now you have those, right? But what I'm saying is now you have those parties now interested in the revenue that's coming. So once money gets involved, then stuff starts to change. Mm-hmm. So I just want to know, like, is it domestic? Is it she steal me and I knock her head off? Is that, is it still the same? Because if I'm paying to see it now
more questions when they come out to sing and stuff like that. And this probably is a disclaimer because I don't do the domestic violence thing myself. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that they ask more questions because it used to be that the man about to go to jail.
Yeah, off the cuff, no matter what.
Now the woman be going to jail too. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, she hit me. And more men call. Like, man, I mean, it used to be. Yeah. It used to be where men used to be.
I'm not doing that. I'm calling. I'm gonna leave.
It's just the point, like, for and it just changed over the years to where now women do go to jail for domestic violence when it used to be, I'm a 70s baby, 80s, 90s, you know what I'm saying? Men was going to jail, domestic violence ASAP.
Yeah. Now in this case, for as far as sports though, they would sign a release form to get into that fight.
But a woman just in the house saying
it would look like domestic violence the way you see it, but it's not domestic violence because they signed up basically saying, I'm willing to get in the ring with this person. Now I noticed we had another caller to come in, a big Suave. I want to say thank you for calling in. That the comment that you gave was very valuable, my brother, and we do appreciate that. Okay.
Appreciate y'all, man.
For sure, for sure. Now we have another caller coming in. Do we have Kai there?
Can y'all hear me?
Hey,
Yep.
I want to make sure I get your name
Yeah.
right, Queen. Is it Kai?
Yeah, it's right. Yeah.
All right, appreciate you calling in. Did you have anything to weigh in on this transgender conversation?
Yes. So, see me, I don't necessarily feel any type of way when it comes to transgender men compete. But as far as you competing with a full blown woman that was born to be a woman, I have a problem with that. But I also do feel like it's some stuff I feel like a transgender man should not be able to do that a full blown woman can do. Although they say they feel like trans men and women should have equal rights, which I don't feel like that's the truth because at the end of the day, you were born a man. At the end of the day, I was born a woman. So you going out your way to get surgeries done and portray this picture of I was born a woman, but you're really a man. I just like I don't know. And then like as far as like when it comes to the fighting and domestic violence, I feel like either way you're a man. You shouldn't be putting your hands on a woman, even though that you're trans, you're still a woman. When you hit a woman that's full blown a woman, your hits are harder than what a woman's hits would be. You're still a man at the end of the day.
Can I ask a question to y'all? Do y'all feel the same way when it comes to studs?
Oh yeah, I said I was look. Come on, go ahead. That's where I was coming to. That's been my topic.
Is the man wanting to be the woman, but what about the woman
Wanting
wanting to be the man? Like, far as do it equate to the same situation?
Well, not necessarily.
That's your daughter?
Yeah, it's my oldest daughter. Look at the long face. That's my twin. Kai, I love you.
What's the problem with the name? Why you didn't tell them the name?
Yeah, cause shit. Listen, no, hold on. Because hey, she grown. Speak. Correct the room. That ain't for me to do. She grown. It's Kai. I taught you how to speak. Speak. Yeah. Goof true. But then again, I was just gonna sit and just see what everybody's gonna say. My daughter, bro.
That's why you got to.
That's why I just was just chilling. I was wanted to kind of hear,
Her own.
I really wanted to kind of see where she at. Yeah. Cause she's in this, she's 19, so she's in this. So I really wanted to see what her real perspective was. Yeah.
And this affects her as well.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, I raised you right, baby.
We value your opinion as well.
Yeah. Thank you for calling, though.
I do, yeah, definitely thank you for calling in. Now, I do want to go ahead and say, as far as my own opinion on it, I mean, I feel like evolution itself presents itself in sports. And what we see is like how we see in the working field, how women want to be equal when it comes to pay, and they should. Now, when it comes to this is now sports. Evolution itself lets me know eventually we're going to have a situation where some women, like there's a woman somewhere that is watching the top male fighter, and there's a woman somewhere in some town, some city that is like, I could beat this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm thinking is, it's time. Let's open the floodgates.
That's what I said.
Let's open the floodgates.
Let's open them.
Let's stop dilly-dallying. Why do we have to go back and forth and argue? Things aren't fair? Is it fair for me to get in the ring to fight Mike Tyson? No.
So you would never advocate to do it.
You would knock my head off. It's not fair. Sports is not meant to be fair. But the ones that sign up to play, the ones that want to get on that field,
let them get on.
Sports is kind of, in a way, it is kind of meant to be fair because you got weight classes when it comes to boxing. Because if that wasn't the case, they wouldn't let a heavy pounder wouldn't be no weights. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, and then on basketball, you got to be able to certain talent or football to even be able to play at certain levels. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, like that should be the same when it comes. I understand where y'all feel like women they done push it so bad to where just let them get beat up. You know what I'm saying? But in the same fact, though,
they might not get beat up though.
They might not get beat up, and even on the football side, they play the football side too. But let them have to where they trying to get into that league though. Like I mean, like on the football side, females that want to play with men try to get into that league. Only thing with that is you switching to get in that league.
See, I think it's so different because if you have a woman that wants to play on a football team with men, I think majority of the men is going to be like, well, as long as I don't have to treat you any different, I'm going to still hit you like you a grown ass man. No difference. Come play. If you feel like you can compete with us and keep up with us, whether it's high school, middle school, or pro or college, come play. If you feel like you got that dog in you, and we won't say anything, come on. But on the flip side, I think if a man is trying to compete with the women, it's kind of unfair because naturally he's stronger. So I think more women are going to be like, nah, we ain't having that. Or I would assume, right? Because it's more unfair.
Well, that's what's going on. Because it ain't been the flip side. I mean, they was just, even when the females was trying to compete in football, they was just saying like, man, you gonna get hurt. Like, man, we don't want to be responsible for you getting hurt.
And it only goes
on the other side, it's you're gonna hurt them.
Right.
You're gonna hurt them.
That's what I'm saying. And on the football, that only goes up to elementary school that women play or girls play with boys. But if you notice, when puberty hits, probably around 5th grade, maybe 4th, that tapers off because we just take off some more. We hit our puberty, we get bigger and stronger. You don't see high school, college. You don't see it for a reason. That's biology, like you were saying.
It's been high schools that females don't want to play with the high school football team.
But what position though?
I don't know.
It's punter or I guarantee you they're not on the line. They're not running backs. They're not wide receivers. If they quarterbacks, they got like a big front line protecting them. So I guarantee you it's probably like what, punter or
it's usually a kicker.
Something like that.
They're not out there for the more physical part.
Exactly.
But you can still get hurt playing that position as well.
Going for the punter.
It is what it is. Now, a little clip that we're going to put out there for you guys to kind of check out another opinion from more, I guess, more
in this emergent space where you have people expressing themselves on a gender spectrum and you want to now compete in sports, that's still a frontier to be solved. And I don't have the answer, but I can suggest one, whether or not it'll work. Maybe we don't compete by gender anymore. We compete on hormone ratios. Okay? There was a woman who had uncommonly high testosterone levels, and they wanted to disqualify her because of how manly she was when she was born a woman and competing as a woman. So that's how we're going to do it.
You know, this is
what you really want. Wait, Bill, no, I've thought this through more than you might think I have. So what you really want is an interesting contest between people who are similarly talented. The least interesting Super Bowl you could ever watch is a blowout by halftime.
See, what we agree on is that there are anomalies in human nature, whereas the vast majority of people, I'm sorry, are still male or female. And certainly every cell in our body is dictating one of those other sexes. I mean, obviously,
the hormones are. Yeah.
Obviously, also I make sperm and other people make eggs.
That's what hormones do. Yeah.
You can't deny that. Okay. So but we, as liberals, I think agree that there are anomalies in nature, and they should be respected and protected. But this attempt to reorganize all of society around what a very tiny percentage, who again we can protect and respect, without pretending that every baby is a jump ball like penis. What the fuck? I don't know. That doesn't mean anything. We have no idea what this child is. I mean, that seems to be where you want to go. I mean, like, how many people fit this description that we should reorganize sports around? Sports we have men's sports and women's sports. And if the best team in the WNBA played the worst team in the NBA, the score would be 1,000,000 to 0.
Females can play. This is beyond.
Facts.
I mean, when it comes to a full team against a full team, I mean, you gonna have, I mean, some bumps and bruises that the other one can get something.
Yeah. So you know what they're doing now is, in order for some of the transgenders to play in these leagues that they're playing in against the women, they have to take a year or two of these supplements that are bringing their
Smoking liquor.
yeah, got a little smoke to it, but not. But they're bringing their estrogen levels. Bringing their testosterone levels down. We're trying to bring their testosterone levels down to where they can try and possibly get closer to a level of a woman
Ain't that deep, though?
before they
I
can
mean,
even
like,
say
listening
too
to
much.
all of that.
Yeah, it's doing too much.
Like, that's a lot just to, you know, try to be the best at over somebody.
And I honestly feel like they're only doing that because they can't compete with the men. They
To
can't
be
win
the
with the
best
men.
for somebody.
That's what it really is, man. You 300 place when you compete with men, but then when you compete with women, you first. Like, bro, we know what you're doing, man. So just stop it.
I say before we go too far, we have a Miss Cassandra. How you doing today? Thank
What's
you for calling in.
going on?
What's up?
You
How you guys doing today?
You're doing great. Looks like you have something to weigh in on the topic today.
You know, I was catching up where y'all was talking about it. And it's always fun to talk about controversial topics.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we're definitely talking about the transgender topic and allowing them to play sports against women and how we feel about it. Did you have a feeling about it?
I mean, it's levels to the conversation. I don't think it's just one surface there. Like, yes, if you just do a biological male who transitions into a female, and you still have high testosterone levels and all that jazz, that is not a fair competition. But then when you go to like an actual individual who completely goes through the actual biological changes, like they start taking estrogen, they no longer have the testosterone that you guys have. I mean, now then we come into a different conversation because I think now at that point your anatomy is changing. So the way that you are, I mean, you think about like athletes who used to juice back in the day, right? How you got that edge. The edge that you have is literally coming out of your body at that point. So I don't know. I don't think it's a blanket that yes, every because we never really talk about females that go to males because you know they change. It's always about males that transition into females, but it's I don't think it's a blanket thing where you go if you were a male that you're always going to be more dominant than a female in some aspects. So it's some levels. I mean, it's levels to the conversation. It's just not a blanket. Yeah, y'all shouldn't like that shouldn't be able to happen because it's unfair. I mean, in some aspects, if you test with high levels of testosterone, yes, you have an unfair advantage against me. But if you got estrogen in you now, you at my level, and we compete in that point, I do think that there's some factors that have to come into the conversations for you be able to for it to be like you being able to do something. Because then if you don't allow transgenders to actually compete, then where do they go? What league are you put them in now? You want a whole throw field? But
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
that's like saying put black people on the field themselves,
And that's a
because
bad
you
thing to
know,
do is compare black
right?
people to somebody who to a group of people who decided because to this who decided that they didn't want to be what they were born to be.
Right.
We didn't
That's a little different.
decide to be anything. Like we black.
Right, we born black.
Like, yeah, that's a comparison that I can't understand how
Yeah, it's not
Okay,
fair.
so let me go.
it ever
Let's
gets
go a
put
different one.
together.
So maybe make a gay
Like a
league.
lot of females want to play.
Oh,
A lot of
man.
females want to play
Like that.
football. Yeah, we get capped off at all. Even though we can outrun some males, where there are plenty of positions that we can play, yet you still don't see us. We just got into reffing in the league right now. So if you go on a gender argument, if individuals want to compete based on gender out here, it's not saying if you put one group like you can only be that still happens to females today in all major sports. out here, because there are
let me
some
take
females that are.
this one,
Okay,
fellas.
go ahead.
I'll take
Go
this one.
ahead.
I'm gonna respond to you because we talked about that right before you got on, and the reason why you don't see women as far as in football is because at a certain level it just doesn't make sense. You guys can't keep up, and that's no fault to your own. It's biology. So you'll see girls playing with the guys in elementary school, but they have the opportunity to play with the guys in high school, but y'all can't physically. You can't, and guys are not gonna just take it easy on you because you're a woman. Y'all bodies can't take the hits as these dudes in high school is benching. Yeah, these guys in high school is benching 315, 6'6", 300 pounds. What woman do you know can take that, can handle that, and line up with these DBs, these running backs, these linebackers? It's biology. That's why you don't see it.
I mean, you don't see it because we're systematically excluded from these places. There aren't little league. Actually, a lot of little leagues don't just allow girls to play. You steer towards cheerleading. But the girls who do go on, I mean, yes, now we got some individuals who now have made it through the collegiate level, and they're going to that thing. So I think that's a BS argument that we can't take it. I mean, dude, females do some of the hardest things out here on earth, and you can see us in just about every. Actually, we have football leagues ourselves. Like, we keep going to create things ourselves
of
because we
equal
aren't
talent,
able
though.
to.
Yeah. Let me
equal talent.
Yeah,
I can't see a female getting in the 3-point stands and get ready to go tackle Bo Jackson. I can't see a female at quarterback taking a hit from Myles Garrett. I can't see a DB lining up against Barry Sanders, a female, and ready to take that hit that he about to deliver. Biologically, in this day and age, these men are gladiators. The men before us, they were just brute strength. They was just brute.
Yeah,
They were stronger.
bigger and stronger.
Females are not built to take hits like that. And as Corey just said, men are not built. So if a man can't take it,
What makes you think?
makes you think a woman can take it? Her stature is nowhere near what this man's stature is.
Right. Or frame it like this. If you have a son and a daughter and they're both in high school and you both let them play high school football and your son gets hurt, maybe he breaks his collarbone or something like that, you're gonna be like, oh well, it happens, but you allowed him. Now, if your daughter gets hurt seriously, would you feel guilty because you allowed her to participate in something you knew she shouldn't have been in the first place but the rules are fair, she can? Would you feel any kind of guilty more so on your daughter for her getting hurt than it is your son, or would you feel both the same?
So for me, I would feel the same. I mean, I feel the same. Like, I want my kids to do, and they can do anything that they are able to do. Like, why wouldn't you push if your child, no matter male or female, is out here showing and putting the work in? If they want to do something, why wouldn't you push them for it? Why wouldn't you support them? Why would you try to block them? Because I mean, you got a gender standard. Like, what if your daughter better than your son at all this stuff?
Well, I'm just talking about the football sports, though.
But I'm
not
saying,
talking about anything.
again,
I'm just
No, I'm just saying, well, even with sports though,
on
tennis.
football too. Like,
I say
football,
Serena Williams
tennis,
can hold her own in tennis.
Not again.
No. I just said, hold on. I just said hold her own. I didn't say that she's just gonna blow a guy out the water, but I believe Serena Williams can get on a tennis court with a man and hold her on.
But it's been football.
No. I just said hold her on, gentlemen. I'm not specifying.
When you talk about boxing and football,
No, I'm talking about sports now. I'm just talking about sports. Race car driving. Danica Patrick, Dale Earnhardt. That's equal.
But it's not physical. It's not contact.
Right, but when she say sports, I'm just addressing when she said sports. Yes, sports. Certain sports there is equality. Boxing is not one of them. Football is not one of them. Basketball is not one of them. And football, MMA, football, all of those are derivatives from like gladiator fights from way back in the day. And golf, we're not equal because men's going to drive the ball further off the cuff. So that gives me an advantage off the cuff because I'm driving the ball further off the tee. So whereby I might be eagle, you're always going to be a birdie.
That's all I'm saying. We're saying the same. That's what I was just saying. I'm not saying every sport.
And
I'm not putting nobody down.
Ever wants to put women down? We love women. This might be a disclaimer, as I say, I ain't gonna be doing. But this might be a disclaimer. But in the same fact, though, when they say Venus and Mars, or the moon and Earth, men and women are different. Like literally, like far as biologically, when you born, no matter how you feel when you're 11, no matter how you feel when you 30, I mean, men and women are gonna be different, man. Now, mind you, I have, I mean, I have gay friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, far as family, like mostly, like not really just like friends, but I have family that's gay. But
Yeah.
in the same fact, though, I still look at them as what they are, like, because I don't want to distort myself. Why would I want to? And that's where I think that it gets kind of crazy because everybody wants to. People that for real going to work at a 9 to 5, and I mean, we ain't no celebrities, but everybody want to put a disclaimer on everything that they saying because they scared of what we can't even get. We're not even in a position to get blackballed. Yeah. So nothing like from like literally, depending on what job.
Yeah.
But in the reality of the level, like that's why I said that because I always get my own. You know what I'm saying? Like far as I'm gonna make my own lanes and whatever I try to do. So in real estate, you're gonna make your own lanes, and you're gonna deal with different people. But in the same fact, do you get delusional on the person because they say that they're a millionaire, but they only got 100,000 in their bank account?
Right.
No. I mean, no. So why would I do that in any other lane of my life?
Sure.
Logic and reason is what my man talking about.
Sure. And what's crazy is like I seen like maybe another podcast something that said for us, and I love y'all, but Black women help push the gay agenda because they accept it. If women don't accept it as much as they do, men might and I'm only going with it because I see like far as mind you, I see it's crazy to me. I'm in my 40s. I see how they push it on my little I got grandkids. They pushing that shit on me. It's ridiculous.
I mean, there's so many things that you just said in that statement.
Yeah,
like,
I was
okay,
gonna say,
let's go. Hold on, let me see how many I can address and remember as we go. Like you start with the beginning of
pick the
not
top,
being
pick the
delusional.
top one, and just go ahead.
I'm gonna start with the
down.
not being the delusional one. That part, like when a woman gets married and she changes her last name to her husband's, you accept that, correct?
Correct.
It don't really
How is
matter
that
to
different?
me.
How's what different?
But you accept, you call them their new name, correct?
Correct.
It's mine going in and out. I can't hear.
So she's saying, if you get married to someone and the wife changes her name to whoever's last name that they get married to, you accept that as their new name is this. Do you accept
that was a choice they made?
Right, we accept the choice. Yes.
Get married, do you accept
I'm not
that?
saying about not accepting nobody's choice. I'm saying, do I have to live?
I didn't say that.
I have
Right
to
now,
live
she gonna tie it in. How you tie it? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm not saying that because your statement was that you're not delusional. You go by logic. Like you don't have to accept what other individuals choose to do themselves. A person chooses to change their name, but because that individual, it is something that is normalized here. That when a woman takes a man's name, that is a normal thing, even though it's a name change. Period. It's something that you accept because you've seen it so many times in so many circles. That is no different than when a person changes their name because they no longer feel like this fits me, or a person who feels that something about them is different from what people perceive on the outside, and they go ahead and make the steps to make their inside fit their outside. Again, accepting who these people become now is no different than you accepting the simple act of a woman changing her last name to go down a long historical path, which when a woman doesn't change her last name, it's like, okay, it's a thing too. But my point there is like to say that Black women push the agenda. Black women have always been the most supportive of every group out here, period. Like we bear the burden of Black men when you guys don't feel supported. You said what?
I was just talking about something that I seen. Like it wasn't my words. It was just something I seen on somebody else.
Okay, something you've seen on that one. But yeah, I mean, I think in that sense, like queer individuals, because like we all don't go by gay. Like we got so many, we have different things. Queer is like a over encompass one. If you don't know some things on that piece right there, but queer individuals and I mean the level of support we have similar. I don't know.
So then, what's a stud?
Label of a type of person
that acts like a what?
That appears masculine. That's
acts
actually
like a
only in
man.
some areas.
Yeah, only in some
If that's what you
areas.
go with, it's only in some areas. It's not
Studs,
universal. So
man,
if
but
you from dating, yeah, go ahead.
studs might try to act like, but in certain instances, they still gonna act like a woman. Like far as if you man, like even on the divorce rate, the divorce rate is higher amongst them trying to marry each other than it is on regular marriage. That's because
Men's
two
divorce
women.
rate
Listen to this.
period
It's
is
hard.
high.
It's hard for two women to get along. Like it's hard for two men to get along for years of being together all the time. Like for us, it's hard for anybody to. But when it's like you got, I don't know. I just think it's too much of one thing in a room, and that I mean,
but those are
It's a
some
lot
unique
of
arguments.
assumptions.
I do want
A
to.
lot of assumptions.
Yeah, it's a lot to dive in on that now. Miss Cassandra, I do want to thank you for calling in. I want you to keep following us. Is there anything you want to your final statement or anything you want to say, or you want to shout out anybody before you go?
Got a nice little setup in here. I really like y'all. I've never seen this show, but thank you for getting me hip to it. It was fun talking
Thank
to
you.
you guys today. I hope y'all
Oh yeah,
continue to keep challenging mindsets and yeah, bring more people into the conversation because you never know what you take away from it when you think about it after you're not in the moment. But I appreciate you guys.
for sure. Thank
Make
you.
sure you
We
call
appreciate
back.
you as well. So again, what I'm gathering so far is when it comes to ultra physical sports, boxing, kickboxing, more brutal type sports, more powerlifting, more power, testosterone type sports, we are in agreement that it is not cool for that transition to happen, for transgenders to be in there because they're going to be beating up on the women. Is that what I'm gathering so far?
For the most part,
total,
yeah. For the most part,
You saying it's not cool?
it's not cool.
Well, I'm saying it's cool.
yeah, he said.
I'm saying it's cool because I just
He
feel
wanted
like
to
I
entertain
tried, like with a child, you tell them not to touch the stove.
Mhm.
They don't do it until they touch the stove. Now they won't touch it no more. So we try to keep it separate for reasons, all the reasons we just explained,
Sure.
anatomy and all that. They don't want to listen. They want to do it. Let them do it. If the women in the sports really have a problem, you let them rally up and say, hey, we don't want this because it's their sport. So if they really have a problem with it, they're the ones that's most effective because they're the ones getting the medals and
They
the
do
trophies.
have a problem with it though.
Well, they're gonna have to rally and they're gonna have to sign petitions, so it won't happen. Other than that, the people on like me, we spoke out about it and we said it should be separate. But I mean, they wanted them to compete, so let them compete. Then
I mean, I see it as get your hands up, ladies. Get your
get
hands
hands
up.
up.
Work on your weave. You know what I mean?
but y'all know what they're gonna really have to
You
do.
got it. So what I realized is testosterone is more power, right? So we're gonna be coming through with the quick punch, hard, knock you down. I'm just offering a little bit of advice to you. Go for the long run. You know what I mean? You know, Ali had the rope a dope. You know what I mean? He would take the hits for a while. You know what I mean? You got to figure it out.
Take the hits.
Hey,
take the hits.
hey, get smart about it. Get smart about it. Sports is not fair. Sports is not fair. I've ran against faster people. I've fought faster or more harder hitting people. It is what it is. Like,
Yep.
you want to get up here, you want to sign up for it because that's the part that we're missing. They're signing up for this fight. They're signing up for this race. They're signing up for this match. They're signing up for whoever they want to go against.
Okay.
So who are we to be like, nah, you can't do it. Now, what I would suggest when it comes to the transgender moving into women's sports, I would say maybe do like a year or 2, 3 years or so of being in the male sport first.
Like, that's what a lot of them ran from.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's yeah.
Are in the male sports, but we have a society that find a path of least resistance. They find a path of least resistance when trying to debate this. Like Corey said, we always putting out disclaimers. Oh well, listen, facts are facts, right?
Yeah.
It is not even being disrespectful. We literally live in a society where, and I like what Bill Maher said, that we always accept something as new. We say stuff like, "Oh well, let's shit in the kitchen and eat in the bathroom," just because it's new. It's stupid. You know, let's still eat in the kitchen and shit in the bathroom. But the fact that we live in a society now where we're so hypersensitive, disclaimer every 5 seconds, if somebody's insensitive, we can make a clear statement that if transgender women who were born biological men decide to go through the hormonal process, they still have a clear advantage. If there was no difference between men and women, we wouldn't have two categories of sports. We have it separated for a reason. That's no different than if they say, hey, we'll allow heavyweights to fight lightweights. And now heavyweights are dominating it. It wouldn't be fun to watch anymore. Like I agree with
It ain't even about fun. It wouldn't. When you say sports is not fair, they're fair to a factor. Like for us, listen, they're fair because you wouldn't even be able to compete with certain people if somebody didn't believe that you was fast enough to do it.
Right.
You feel me? You wouldn't have been able to box with this person if a person didn't think that you was on a level to be able to do it. Now, he might have more training or more strength, but y'all are on an equal playing field when it comes to height, weight, maybe a little more length on the reach or whatever. But in the same fact, though, they kind of try to make it as fair as you can.
Right.
That's not really making it. I don't care how many testosterone you pump into a person, or you take out of a person.
Right.
It really is not going to change the dynamics of what their body is going to.
And that's actual fact. So scientists have studied that, and they found out that there's a 40 to 50% chance that the amount of testosterone is actually going down.
Yeah.
Not even that it's actually going down, that it's the fact that when they're taking these supplements for the year or two, they're not for sure that they're equaling down to these women's estrogen levels to be able to actually go with them. So from what I'm understanding, they have laws that are coming down the pike that are going to be pretty much shutting out transgender women that are that have already went through puberty as a male. So they're going to go ahead and get canceled from most sports, Olympics, NCAA activities, things like that. So hopefully that works out for the benefit.
Other states and stuff that have already,
like Texas.
Yeah. No compete.
Not happening. Right.
Not happening.
For sure.
I don't really think that nobody should have been told that.
But it's a group of progressive thinkers.
That's what I was
just like the video that I played, just like the one guy, the way Neil deGrasse Tyson. I actually like Neil deGrasse Tyson when he talks, but he has such a powerful influence to where he's literally, and there was a certain part in the video where he was talking about why do we have men's restrooms and women's restrooms. He compared it to like the black water fountain and the white water fountain. Like white people drink here and black people drink there. That's what he compared it to. Saying,
and that's not a comparison.
It is not a comparison. But you have to think these people have the right to vote. they have the right to vote when it comes to changing laws and things as such. So when you have people who crying out saying, hey, if my daughter goes to the restroom, I don't want her to be able to go to the restroom and a man is in there. That's not transphobic. That's just speaking honest facts. You know, if my daughter is competing in a sport, I don't want her to go out on, let's say track and she's been working hard, and you have a dude who's, let's say, can't even barely place in men's track, but he's in the women's track dominating. I mean, think about it this way. As Corey said, there's so many different levels. Imagine like with race cars, right? Imagine
it's a bunch of levels. She said it was a bunch of levels to the conversation. To me, the conversation is kind of simple. You know what I'm saying? Like far as this, just to me, like far as you, I mean, they give you what they give you when you born. Like far as this is beyond humanity. This is whether you believe in God or, however you believe in it. This is what happens when a person is born. You're born a man or you're born a woman. Like far as what you decide to do later on. Now, mind you, like I grew up, but it wasn't like it's crazy now to me. You know what I'm saying? But I grew up, or we knew. I don't know about y'all, but we all had somebody in the neighborhood that we knew was gay. Like period. Like man, dude ain't like us. And I'm just speaking for me. You know what I'm saying? But dude ain't like. We knew that then, but it wasn't pushed on us to accept what he was or her, because we knew girls back then that was studs. I mean,
But did you know any girls back then that could athletically? You'd be like, man, she might be able to get with a couple dudes.
It was some tough ones back then.
Yeah, I knew some fighters.
Yeah. It was some tough ones.
Literally, like, we put hands on the dude.
Yeah, male or female.
So what I'm saying is, like, in a sense of, if my daughter was to ever come to me and be like, hey, Dad, I wanna race Usain Bolt. I think I can really do it. I'm not gonna stunt her and be like,
you would want to give her the chance.
I'm gonna put her to the test. No, I'm gonna put her to the test.
How would you feel about it?
But no, that's in the training mode. We're gonna go in the training mode, and if she races him, it is what it is.
But what if she said
everybody want to be?
What if she said I want to be a DB?
For Trotwood training mode, like we're going in training mode. Like,
so you're gonna entertain. I want to be a DB. I'm a junior and sophomore. I want to play high school football. I'm shutting it down. No,
certain hits women can't take. That's going to damage their internal organs.
My daughter comes to me and says,
"That's up their reproductive system." Yeah, certain hits, women not meant to take.
You're not playing. I don't care.
They came from man's rib.
You're not playing because if you get hurt, I feel guilty. Because in my head, I'm not being progressive. I don't have a disclaimer. So I know logic. You can't take these hits.
Right.
You can't bench. You can't squat. You can't do that. You're not built to take. No, you're not playing. Period.
So before we get too deep on that side, the matter at hand is a man identifying as a woman in the female sport.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm thinking is, my daughter's coming to me. Let's 86 to Usain Bolt part. My daughter's coming to me and saying there's a transgender woman man that is at the top of the leaderboard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna sit back and be like, nah, you can't race that person.
But that's no contact.
No, I'm gonna say it's time to get busy. Like, how do we get faster? Like, how do you?
She's a girl boxer. I mean, what if she's
the physical sports? You know what I mean. The physical is one thing, but I mean,
that's
endurance sports and things of that nature.
Talking about was kind of like
physical
sport.
Yeah, the physical. Yeah, but there's other sports though. We can't just be caught up on just the 2-3 physical sports. Like, there's all kind of sports that women compete in all levels. I mean, shooting. There's a woman that I know out here that is shooting better than 95% of the men in the world.
Yeah.
So we can't just be like a transgender person can't get in that game.
Well, I would say, I don't know. Like,
so that's like comparing students then.
But I'm just saying,
male student, female student.
You're right in a sense of when you say like boxing, the more physical type stuff, and I'm not debating that. I'm just saying we have to do it in a broad scope. There's a lot of sports out here. There's a lot of activities to get into, and when it comes to those, we have to be more open and available to that. If you sign up to play. When I was running, I ran track for most of my career. Well, most of my younger career. I'm older now, but when I was doing that, I didn't care who I beat. I don't know who they was. Freshmen, sophomores, they could have been girls. I don't know who they were. I signed up to get first place. I don't care who's out there. So in the sense of the transgenders running in the sport,
but how many
females
playing
in the sport? It's about it. None. I didn't run a good
You know why you never thought about beating a female racing?
I didn't have to. Yeah,
because you didn't have to.
The rules
that wasn't insane.
Listen to this. That's your mindset on it.
Mm-hmm.
But on the female side, when they came, because it was female track and male track. So when they was watching y'all, the worst one of y'all was the one that was probably getting the best one of their scores. You might have had one female or two that could have been third place or fourth place with y'all.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
I trained AAU with a girl as a young age. There was a girl that was faster than me, bro. Like, and I trained with her to get faster.
I never say that it ain't,
and it helped her get faster in a sense too.
Regular basis.
But I'm just saying, it's like,
okay, so if we put Serena Williams up against some of the top tennis players, I don't believe that she will be in the top.
She won't.
In the top.
I mean,
why? Because
she might not be in that, like. Well, you said Serena. Wait, you
Serena? What's the name spoke? She wasn't even in the top 300 tennis players. That guy spoke on that according to her scores and whatever. He was like, you're not even in the top.
Serena,
and Serena admitted it herself. She said, "Yeah, I could compete, but it's no fault of her own. You're not taking nothing away from her. So just
point of it's a different speed.
Yes,
and they going 5. You know, they're going longer and they're going faster. Like, not saying that she's not fast, but in the same fact though, like for us to continuously keep that speed up for 3 to 5 or 3 to 4 sets, like that, it's a different. And that ball coming at her faster.
And it's like, you're not putting down women. We're just saying it's by, like, if your daughter wanted to run track and she's a senior and she want to run against the fastest male, you can support her and train her all you want, but the back of your head, you know.
Okay.
You know she's gonna lose. Yeah, you know, but I'm not. But you can still. Yeah, but you know, you're being logical, but you know. So you choosing a trainer and be like, yeah, but in your head, you like, you know, she don't have a chance, not because of her biology. It's nothing to do with her character.
See, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about the simple fact of somebody. Unfortunately, it's a man who can't compete with other men. They're not changing their gender in order to compete. They're changing their gender because they identify that way. And we have to give them that space. No. That's what transgender is. They're saying they were born and they see their self as a woman.
So all five.
Unfortunately, however we feel about it, we can't change that.
So all 5 of us can go right now and say, put us in this female league right now. The pot is $1 million. All 5 of us can just declare. I'm just saying, so all 5 of us can declare we see ourselves as female. Let's say start this basketball team, pick up 4 other guys that say the same thing, get in this league, $1 million pot. We know we get ready to smoke everybody in this league.
Easy money.
Cooking.
So
Easy money.
There's no other stipulations or regulations that is going to govern this besides just my word.
That's it. That's what's crazy.
They believe they're so busy.
What's crazy about it though, far as,
and I'm not letting my daughters do nothing like that. No.
Everybody think that a person that did the whole sex change when they start calling them transgender.
Yeah.
That just means that they're in the fact of trying to transform. Yeah. They changed their name.
Okay.
That's a transformation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
To the side.
This could be a touchy subject, but if your son comes to you and he says, I identify as a woman, and then he wants to go out and now run track.
With the women?
With the women.
Nah, bro.
First and foremost,
what do you say?
I'm never, I'm never, okay, all I got is sons. My youngest son, he does him. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's still my son to me.
Okay.
Like, he can't come to me telling me to call him Chlora. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do it.
You call him the name
because I named you. Yes.
You're not going to make me think that I had a daughter.
Right. And
that's what you're saying when you say that. That's what I feel that.
I respect that 100%.
Yeah.
But if he comes to you and says, I want to now run track, I identify as a woman, Dad. I want to run track against women.
See, I'm you know how I'm gonna feel about that? I'm gonna be like, man, I just don't I don't agree with it.
Okay.
I'm not agree. I don't agree with it. Like far as I don't know. Just because you feel like you're a woman, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna still look at you as a man, and everybody that you go. To me, that's self gratification. Okay, you know what I'm saying? To make you feel like you beat somebody.
Okay,
like far as it's not like I mean, compete where you was losing that.
Okay,
get better.
Right. So you're saying still compete with the men, regardless of how you identify as.
Don't you got to put in the work to be the top person as a woman? So why the hell don't you got to put in the work over here to be the top over here? Like,
they got the stronger and you can compete. Like, that make that be your niche. You might need to find something else. I mean, like, far as in my mind,
you ain't got to lift weights over here.
My mind is like, hey, you know, that might not be a niche.
Yeah,
man. Man, listen, hold on, man, hold on.
What's up?
Just this passiveness and just letting shit go. You want to be the number 1 girls basketball player. You got to shoot fucking free throws. You got to practice on this and that and that. You want to be the number 1 guy over here. You got to do the same thing. If you weak, get fucking strong. Because these women over here that compete, these motherfuckers ain't just no pushover. So you're going to have to lift some weights and get out there and put some time in either way, or else they're going to bully you.
Mhm.
I don't see too many like Lisa Leslie, the big tall Australian girl. Man, she ain't no pushover. I've heard guys talk about her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's just like saying that's cool. She's not a pushover. But that's just like saying putting a LeBron James in the league with her, and she's gonna look like a pushover. Or I'm not even gonna say a
I'm
LeBron
not saying that.
James.
Let's not use Bron.
I mean, you know, but
Let's take the 12th man on anybody's
that's what I was
NBA
gonna say.
on anybody's NBA team.
LeBron-
That was a forward. That's a forward. Let's
That-
just go with a forward.
equal
not a
position.
center.
Yeah.
Let's go with a forward. And I believe I don't see her winning with a Draymond Green. I don't see her still not getting bullied with a Draymond Green.
I
Like
don't know, man. I'm not gonna say Draymond a bully somebody of her stature because that's a big ass girl.
man, he's bullying men.
Yeah, Draymond
Of
got average to triple
her
double.
But,
Double,
but
double.
come on now,
Double,
though,
double.
like how much of that is dirty play? Could Draymond get that? I'm not gonna. You know what? Different conversation for a different show.
It'll go. Like it'll go. It'll down.
So
down
listen,
the hole.
if
Yeah,
my
that-
if my son was to ever come up to me, right,
Yeah.
and you saying he's gay, he feels like a woman,
He's not
whatever,
gay.
he's trans.
He's identifying
That's
as a
right,
woman.
and he
That's
wants to
still gay.
whatever.
Hey,
Okay, so let's keep it. Okay,
Be a politician or what?
Hey, bro,
man?
hey,
I'm not here to put
I'll say
labels
this.
on nobody.
He came up to me regardless of what and said, I want to compete with the women. No, I'm not progressive, son. I'm not liberal like that. I don't care about what the world think. I'm not keeping up with society
You're not
or
gonna
their views.
evaluate me.
I'm not debating, bro. Why you in my house and I'll have control? No. Now, what you do when you turn 18 or whatever you out this house, you do what you want, have no control. But while you under this roof, if you want to train and compete with the men, I'll help you. We'll do that. If you don't want to, my answer is no. Don't come up to me. Don't ask me for permission. No, I'm not supporting. I don't care if you get mad. I don't care if your feelings is hurt. I don't care what publication, I don't care.
I'm not gonna call
Bruh, you're
them.
not competing. End of story. Now get out there and cut that grass and don't get the bag and trim the hedges.
And take the trash out.
So they go to right. So they go to college, right? They're no longer in the house anymore.
You ain't in my house.
Yeah, do it.
But don't ask for my opinion because
You
it's
not
gonna
gonna
get
help them?
No, I'm not helping you, bro.
You're not showing up to the meet.
No,
Man, listen. No,
I'm not.
I'm
No.
not doing none of that. You're not gonna make me feel like a bad parent just because I don't
Why would
change
you
my
feel like
view.
a
Do you promote somebody that's late to work every day?
Well, society, the world.
Hold
No, not you.
Wait. This
Not you in general.
No, I have to stop
The
there.
world.
I gotta
Society.
stop it there. I'm not trying to make nobody look like a bad parent. What I'm saying is, all I'm saying is, if I had a child that goes off to college, they're identifying as whatever. If they're identifying as Zaboomafoo, whoever remembers what that is, shout out to y'all. But anyway, if you identify as that is who you are. I can't control that no more. You're out of my house. So
Right.
cool. I'm gonna show up. You know what I'm saying? Like
For the games?
for the games, yeah.
I don't have no say or no feel about this. I don't have the freedom to feel
What can you do?
because as a parent,
what can
once
you
you out,
physically do about it?
I didn't say nothing physically.
You can just not show up.
For the game?
You gotta change.
I still love you,
Show
but I
up.
don't support you.
Show up, bro. You gonna show
No, I'm not. That's like that. No, I'm not showing up. That's like a family member that smoke crack. Hey man, keep smoking that pipe, baby.
Yeah.
You look good. Come on, man. I'm not supporting
You
that shit.
standing on
I
business.
still love you,
Standing
Yeah,
on business.
but you
still
can't
love
come
you.
here doing that right
But,
now.
listen to
No,
this.
you're not about to
I
sit
agree.
at my
I
table.
will still love my
Yeah.
son
I
no
agree.
matter what you done became or tried to be or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But in the same factor, you're not going to change my core
Exactly. You're not
values
gonna change
agree.
my core value.
because,
right.
because of who you
Choose to be.
Yeah.
what you choose to do.
Use your
Right,
freedom how
right,
you
right,
use it.
right.
This is my core value. I still believe Bible. I still believe this, and this. If you choose not to, flow how you flow. I don't have to support that.
Gotcha.
It don't necessarily even got to be the Bible.
No, I'm just saying, that's
more-
me.
It's creation.
Yeah, that's me.
far as- If God didn't care, and whether you believe in God or Buddhists or whoever, you know what I'm saying. But in the same fact, though, like there's only one way to create other people.
Mhm.
Like not saying that there's only one way. Like how would anything else go together? I ain't seen two gay cats. I don't think.
I ain't seen none, man. I ain't seen none.
I mean, that.
Hey, man, that's real talk, man.
I hear you.
Just
we make too
everything
many
else is
fucking
what we done
excuses.
pushed into the
Yes.
to the environment.
And
You know what I'm saying? The
sometimes-
environment still is how they do naturally. You know what I'm saying? This is what's been pushed in.
And when we talk like this and express ourselves, sometimes we're labeled as not progressive, not supportive, misogynistic, old ways, old school, and it's like,
You don't
whatever. I'm gonna still think the way I think.
Or you
I
don't have
judge
to
you.
listen to this. That's why I was saying that about the growing up around, like seeing gay people. Even I mean,
Wasn't a thing.
it wasn't a thing. I don't know what y'all was going through because I was going through my own thing. You know what I'm saying? We still humans, whatever. You know. But in the same fact, though, I don't have to deal with what you got going on for you to feel like I'm a good person.
Right.
Yeah.
No, what? That don't even make no sense.
Yeah. I feel it.
I got to change everything about me to make you feel comfortable.
Right.
Get away from me.
Yeah,
Right,
it's just
There's
amazing
so many
to me.
people in the world.
It's just amazing to me how we just get so fucking far away from the foundation of everything that we do and have been brought up on to have to be progressive or adaptive to this new way of life. When you don't chew a banana and put it in a gas tank and say, "Oh, I got gas." No, shit was designed the way it was supposed to be. Car drives off down electricity or gas, you know. But or fuel. What I just don't understand, man. I try to, but I was just brought up in an era where shit looked how it looked. It was how it was supposed to be.
I used to say this, and it's gonna sound crazy though, but I used to be like, man, Forrest, when it come to Putin, I used to be like, man, Russia. I mean, he just really trying to keep it how it was. Like, man, if you gave, either leave or be quiet about it. You know, I mean, it's your business. Why we gotta know? I mean, if you a crackhead, be quiet about it. That's your business. Why we gotta know?
Why do I have to accept it?
Why do I have to accept it?
I don't hate you, but why do I have to accept it?
I don't even feel indifferent about you as a person. It's just that I don't walk with you.
It's the acts.
So do you guys feel like being a transgender person trying to get in women's sports is forcing some type of
Yes, it is.
Conversation. Just like right now. We just had a conversation. 4 men that for real, that lane ain't got nothing to do with us.
Right.
What are we talking about?
And I think too, when you want to change something as dramatic, because right now it's like not even common sense
to be able to think
but
that
it
you can
starts.
change it.
But it starts with having a conversation.
Yeah, in a way, but then in the same fact though, like our conversation is gonna just be held by a little group of people that's gonna agree with us, just because it's been so normalized that we're outside.
But a lot of people agree with us. Some people just don't want to be canceled, man. They don't want to progress. A lot of people feel like we feel, but they can't speak out because that money flow. They want to be progressive. A lot of people, of men feel, we probably feel stupid here to having this discussion. Men, and like, no.
Yeah.
But
I got numbers. Like I done been in jail before. Like my first number, like far as the old school told me, that's where I get that. If it's a man, that's a man. Don't change your perspective on, because that man wants you to call him Brenda and his name is Brad. Right. Call that man Brad like the COs and them call him. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he don't disrespect them when they call him that. So never get distorted within yourself. And that's why I said, like, for us, when it comes to accepting so much, it's like you got to start from the core and not accept for yourself.
Yeah. So do you feel like, and does anybody else feel like, and this, I hate to keep dragging this on, but I have a great question. Do you guys feel like you accepting that possibility is changing your own mindset? Because I see it as, do you? That's why I feel like I would still show up at the game or at the matches or whatever. So if the NCAA lets you run, I'm showing up. If the WNBA lets you play, I'm showing up. If the MMA lets you fight this guy, I'm showing up. Now, do I like it? Do I agree with it? Probably not. 100% not. But the thing is, everybody has choice. And then if you feel like you can compete, you sign up, you get out there and you handle your business, or you don't. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So with us, if we was to get out there in our shape, if we was to get out there and try to run with the young boys, we would get smoked. But if we felt like we could do it, who is somebody to stop us?
I just feel like that's different.
It's not, because I'm thinking we're thinking in the mind of men, so we got to also think in the mind of a young woman. I want.
We shouldn't have to though.
No, but
that's the thing. Like, far as when you say what we should change our thoughts. That's what you just said. Like, this is why I said that you're
missing the piece though. That's what I'm saying. But you're missing the piece. The piece that you're missing.
Run that back again. What you just said.
What I'm saying is you have to think in the sense of a young daughter coming to you saying, "Dad, I have it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to beat this person." In her mindset, she can do it. Now, in your mindset, nah, hell nah. This shit is crazy. Back off, whatever. But your job isn't to stop her. Your job is to support her.
No.
That's not your job?
No, your job is to keep it real with your kid and don't set them up for failure. And that's what's wrong with a lot of situations. They're set up for failure. Charlamagne, you say it all the time. Fuck your dreams. No, you're a bad rapper. No, find something else to do. It's my job as a father to prepare you and be real with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, homie. That ain't it.
Now that right there, that seems like a conversation that we need to have. Now, if anybody out there listening, and I know you guys are on YouTube, subscribing and liking in the comments, I want you guys to put out a comment about this very last topic that we were just kind of brushing up on. When it comes to, let's just say fathers, since we are fathers here, let's keep it on that note. Fathers and our roles. Are we here to stifle or navigate their dreams in the way that we see fit, or are we here to support them in their dreams as it comes to them? I think that's something that we might need to talk about. So if you guys, we still have other people.
Yes. I will say this, that, as I said, we all too often, this picking back what other guys are saying, parents now are taking the path of least resistance. I don't want to. I rather tell my kids, I'm not here to be your friends. You'll thank me later, versus now me trying to be your friends and tell you what you want to hear. Like, oh yeah, baby girl, you can go out there and wrestle that guy,
and then I gotta take care of you after you slammed you on your
exactly. Or or yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we have to be honest with our kids. We have to be honest. Here's the thing: if we're not honest with them, the world is not gonna give a fuck if they go out and they didn't get that message.
Yeah,
they're not gonna care if your mom and daddy didn't tell you what you really are and how the world really works. They played and make believe. And here's the thing: this is why I say, Derek, real talk. Where does the line stop? Because just today we're talking about this. What if in 5 years people start talking about their animals? Or no, excuse me, better yet,
they already are.
Yeah, better yet, people are already talking about, in this, I would call it pedophilia, where they're looking at younger people and call it like attracted younger people. I can't think of the name of it. I'll Google it. But what if somebody says, well, a 30-year-old man says, well, I identify as 15. What's wrong with them saying?
That's what I say that too. Like, for us, I can identify as a white man with a lot of money. But reality is, if I go to try to grab a house from you and I don't have the money,
you're gonna redline you.
That's just like, for us,
a black dude.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, in reality, like, where does it? Yeah. Like, what's the line? Why is it a line? Like,
we gotta
we
gotta get back to a clear vision. And we gotta move
reality.
We gotta move this distortion and these blurred lines, because it's not doing anything but confusing our babies. And it's allowing a lot of shit to go down that does not need to go down. And what's going to end up happening is with all this madness in the world going on and allowing the males to jump into the female sports, who's to say that, okay, today I identify as a man and I want some pussy now? Then what? Who got something to say about that now? So I feel like we keep allowing this stuff to happen, it's going to be something bigger and worse that comes out of this. And I'm going to run that back again. If I'm allowed to identify as a woman today because I want to compete, but you're LSU, Angel Reese and them, and hell, you playing with them, and y'all in the locker room together. What happened when your dick get hard and you looking at all these girls shapely and all these women in here? What is it? Is it two girls getting to it, or is it a man and a woman getting to it?
Yeah, it was.
What are we gonna call it? I mean,
it was. Yeah, and that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, right.
Took the words right out of my mouth, bro. Yeah, that part. Yeah. So with me too, mine's is and this is with my son. Like, you mean all the things I done passed down to you? You know, the good genetics, the athletic ability, the Hercules strength, all these things that, you know, I done passed down to you, you know what I mean? So you can get that D1 scholarship. Hey, quiet, man. I'm cooking right now. The personal gym, I done took you to the gym. I done trained. We done went in that lab and we done cooked. And you mean to tell me you want to compete with your little sister or her friends, bro? If you don't get out of here with that and give me 200 push-ups and keep it moving, dog. And that's all I got to say about it. Real talk.
I feel you. Like, I mean,
That's what's
I
up.
don't know, for real. Like, I don't think we should, I mean, it's a conversation that for real. I know it's out in the world, but in my day to day, it's not. I mean, I got my son, he do whatever he do, like, for his orange hair, all that type. But man, that ain't what I indulge in with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm securely about what I am. I know what I am. I know what I like. Blah, blah, blah. Like, nobody knows when we go to them and he be wearing that weird stuff and he be, man, we be going out to eat and all that stuff like that. They don't know, but I'm secure with me. I don't care what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in the same fact, though, am I happy with it? Am I supposed to be happy and, look, I want a rough, tough like my others.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's the tough part about it. You know, that's the tough part
you
about it.
can't stop parenting, but you got to understand how to adjust.
Yep, it is what it is.
Yeah, like far as, and like all my kids is grown.
Mm-hmm.
So grown kids is different than 15 because you keep on saying coming to ask you.
Right.
But if a person get into college, they ain't coming to ask you.
no, they grown. They
That's
doing
true.
what the hell they gonna do.
So in the same fact, that's a different thought of support.
Mm-hmm.
You done supported him all the way up to 12th grade. He been in all male sports. Then he get to college, second year. Now he want to go over and play with the girls. You still supporting, or are you feeling the same? Like, cause this is the son that you done watched raise as your son.
Yeah.
You
They've been
feel
good
me?
over here in this.
That been good, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and now it's like, nah, I'm good.
Got a scholarship, in fact.
That's a
Man,
different.
That's a
you
different
still
way to
going,
pose. That's
though,
a
ain't
different way to pose the question.
Are you
But
still going?
if they let them run, yeah, I'm going.
The man said he going.
I'm
What would the man
I
say?
think he's a politician. I think he got
No, it's not.
He a plant. You think he a plant? You got a plant up in here, man.
Nah.
Now the man say you gonna respect, man. That's your
Listen.
opinion. You supporting your kid no matter what is the angle, and I respect, you know, your view on it.
Yeah, for sure. And it's not like I agree or I say that everything is not necessarily okay, but okay with me. I'm saying I don't have much to do with changing your point of view. And once you done left this house, like I done gave you everything I gave you. Once you done left this house, I done gave it to you. Now you go ahead and do what you want with the world. Now, when you call me and say, hey, I'm out here doing A, B, and C, I'm just going to be there to show up.
Let me ask you this: your parents raised you hypothetical, and you're raised, you know, come from a scholarly family, you know, and you were, you know, a scholarly young person all the way up through, and then as an adult, you get on your own, and then you just become a pure fuck up. You don't, is your people gonna have any kind of like look at you any kind of way, like? For sure. So same situation as y'all just said. You have a young man that you raised, did pretty all right over here in this athletic world, you know, just in the male sports, and then he come to you, Dad, I want to do the female gymnast stuff, put on a leotard and, you know, do all this. I mean, that's what come along with it. Are you still going to be like, oh, okay, or you still ain't going to kind of, like, man, what?
Now you got a bigger,
man, what?
now right now, this is challenging your support. because that's all you've been saying. I'm gonna support. I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
But in the same fact, though, you were supporting at 15, 16. We talking about 19, 20, and now it's you have a. I mean, they're gonna do what they're gonna do anyway, right? So really, it's just are you gonna support at 19, 20 when you've already had a vision of what you've seen, and not even a vision. What's been in your eyes for 19 years changes from 20 to 22.
For sure.
That's a different perspective of how you might think about it.
Yeah, I mean, but because everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face. You know what I mean? You never know which way is going to happen with these children. You never know what's going to influence them. You never gonna know nothing when it comes to them once they're on. You know what I'm saying? So what you're gonna miss is those moments. If something was to happen adversely, you're gonna miss those moments saying that I felt how I felt, so I'm gonna stand over here on my stance.
I'm gonna miss the moments adversely if they are at a bar and he's a girl and this dude done tried to mac down on him and then this dude done beat his ass. That's an adverse moment, is it not?
It is.
So I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I'm not supporting off the cuff.
I'm not either.
I'm not jumping out the window off the cuff.
That might be where
like,
they were saying in the beginning, where it's, I mean, you know, it's different kind of parenting.
Yeah.
Like far as, and on the father's side, they ask like on the father's side.
Right.
So we can only speak on the father's side. What the mother, if the mother is gonna let whatever and coddle however it go to where, is this because I want to be your friend? Or because you saying moments and what you'll miss and memories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in the same fact though, like for us, do you want all the memories that you have now?
Well, yeah. I'm saying
throughout your whole life, you want all of them.
What you mean? Like, yeah, you want your memories. That's all you got, right?
Some things you want to forget because they wasn't all good.
Well, so what I'm picking up from your perspective is that you're not pushing him to do it and you're not for it. But if he makes that choice when he's out your house or whatever, you're going to show up to say you showed up. You're not for it. And if he asks whether you're for it, you're going to say no.
Yeah.
But you can't.
In your house too, really?
Well,
if he in your house and he wants to do it, are you allowing him in your house to compete or is it after?
I mean, I'm not going to court cases with him if he has to go fight it in my house. But if you want to do what you got to do, if there's somebody backing you, if you got people helping you out, I might not necessarily be the one going to court with you to help you or stop it. But if you want to fight that fight, I taught you how to fight. I taught you to fight that fight. Whatever that fight may be, fight that fight. So stand on what you believe. So
that's a little more above your support level.
But would you feel away?
I would feel away for sure.
Okay, because that's what I've been waiting to hear you say is off the cuff.
Yeah.
If that did happen, that you would feel away. Now I'm just gonna support.
Yeah.
And just as your natural.
No, I'm a feel away.
Bad. Like,
yeah. I'm a feel away.
Like,
but I'm a support 100% still.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I just want to know that you're gonna feel away and not be like, oh, you know what, I support what you're doing.
Right. Yeah.
Because we men, and you know we all.
I might even throw. I might even slide a bug in the ear, like, bro, chill. Like, you ain't gotta do this. Like, let's go over here. I got a trainer that can put you over here. I might put a bug in his ear that's like, let's stop this bullshit. I might do that. You know what I mean? Cut the bullshit. I might do that.
Going at with it. Like, hold on, man.
Yeah.
You know.
But if he's like, no, I'm
on the dad side, like far as, I mean, you know, what's the biggest levels of what a dad is supposed to do? Like, I mean, to me, like a lot of dads have become voices. They don't voice out what they really want to do, like, because they don't want to hurt feelings in the same factor. I'm not that dad. Like, or, I mean, me myself, I don't really. It's your mom. Like, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I don't really care about it. You know what I'm saying? It's because I need to speak. How do I raise you if I don't never say how I feel?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then if I support whatever you want to do, and I don't feel like it's right, am I still the dad?
I got a controversy question.
Yeah.
So if you will support your son doing that, right? What if your daughter wanted to do something that you didn't believe in, but you're supporting her, and she said, "Hey, I need you to share this content with me. I'm a stripper, and I'm doing this party. Listen.
Yeah.
I got my OnlyFans. Share that, or maybe this flyer I just shared on your page. It's what I believe. Are you gonna support me, even though you don't believe in it? Just paying my rent and all this is what I want to do. I'm good at it. I got subscribers and all that. Can you just share and support me the same way you support my little brothers playing with girls? Since you so supportive, Dad. Support me. Are you gonna share this? And I'm your friends. Will we all friends? You about to share that so we can see that on your Facebook? Your daughter's OnlyFans. Come watch me and my feet pics.
You asking me?
I'm asking you.
Because you're
Hell
supportive.
no.
So here we go. I got some standard.
That double right? Hell no.
There we go. There you
Hell
go.
no.
But you
No,
would
not
let
baby
your
girl,
son
but
play
baby
with
boy
the
though,
girl.
huh? Yeah. Barry can become Brenda, but Sheila can't be Sheila the pole swinging hoe. Show up tonight.
So
410 free.
He'll support a trans man.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Hey, D. Hey, D, you want to unpack this?
Yeah.
This is turned into Dr. Phil. Yeah.
OnlyFans and track and field.
Oh, no,
Hey,
transgender.
man.
No, transgender support.
Support my brother.
Support.
Man, listen.
You don't wanna
No
miss those
support.
moments.
Yeah.
Share your son's
Support.
OnlyFans page.
Listen, I said what I said. Fuck no. When it comes to the transgender, hey, I hope my sons don't have to go. I hope I don't have to do that.
Yeah, but I'm not sharing no fans only for my son or my daughter, though.
Yeah,
That's your business, you know. That's your business. Now, what you doing? Yeah.
He was just talking about flyers and shit for real.
Right.
If she started working at Cheeks.
Exactly. I mean,
Hey, come see
hey,
me at
for
Cheeks.
real, like it's really. Oh, okay. Hey, say she's a bartender. Like the mobile, I know that's a kind of a growing business here in the city. A lot of the mobile bartenders.
Okay.
Like,
if y'all need an investor, we are out here, and we
yes, please.
investing
Trueleon
in
Army
mobile
Podcast.
bartenders.
Yes, we are here. Leave a comment.
Yeah.
But something like that. Of course, you would share and support that because that's something that can actually grow into something. I don't see where OnlyFans can grow into anything but your daughter getting knocked down. But listen, that is true.
Filthy rich, dog.
That is true, man.
Yeah. No, this was another great discussion. I don't want to get too far off, and then we not gonna have stuff to talk about on another episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, y'all. Okay.
You support your son being a trainee, but you don't support your daughter having OnlyFans?
I just want to make sure we close it.
Look at the camera. Look at the camera, D.
What I said was, if I was to ever cross the path with a son who happened to go down that route, once he is now out of my house and he is allowed to play in those leagues, I will support.
Oh, but I thought at first
You said in the house too.
Yeah, you said both.
I
You said both.
No. I said while in the house, while they're fighting, if you got to go to court and do the things to be able to play, I'm not supporting that part. I'm not showing up in court and all of that. But if you get out there and they let you play, I'm showing up.
Smooth
That's not
criminal.
No, that's exactly what I said.
No, that's what he said.
Earlier
That's-
on. You did say earlier. You did say in the house.
In the
You
house,
said
what?
That if they were in the house and they came
go
to
to
you.
court. I'm not going to court.
No,
That's
you
what I
did say in the court.
Let's take out the court. But if
They had to go to court to be able to play.
Maybe
the sport.
not.
Well, let's say they don't have to go to court. Let's say they're
The
able to
rules
go
don't
play
let
a
them
game.
play.
Let's say they're able to play. You gonna go?
Yes.
Okay.
If they let them play,
He's
I'm going.
All right, so you're going. So
I'm just not supporting the battle in my house. Now, once we get out, because it's going to cost a lot of money.
Hey, what about if he was the only
But once you get out,
cheerleader on the all girls?
and then the OnlyFans, like I said,
Are you supporting?
I've been wanting
No.
Are you
to ask that.
supporting the only male cheerleader?
And this is a big thing going around now.
And I'm not talking about the ones that hold him up. And stuff.
No, a
I'm
cheerleader.
talking about he done,
they're not necessarily
He
gay,
in the
though.
dress and all that.
Not all
No,
of them.
I'm
Not
talking
all of them.
about
Not all
those
of them.
I'm not talking about the ones that
Dudes
wear
get scholarships
jumpsuits
off of
and
that.
stuff. I'm talking about if he wanted to be a sheep and wanted to wear the tutus and get flipped and all that.
Oh, you're talking about all the
Are
way.
you supporting? Are you going to watch your son Get flipped.
Look at my baby flipping. You better flip, boy. You better flip, boy.
It's a level to support, man.
I'm just saying. I might be in the back.
You gonna miss that when I had to work overtime.
Yeah.
Son.
Yeah, I had to.
Call me.
Hey, I ain't gonna be there tonight. I gotta go in.
Hey, right.
But you better do your thing tonight, baby.
Get that dub. Get that
Stick
dub.
that landing, man.
We'll be in the back.
Yeah, but you're right. Now,
okay.
the ones that hold the girls up, that's the scholarship.
Yeah.
But we talking about the ones that are.
That ain't what we was talking about.
That's part of the cheerleading squad, like the ladies.
Yeah.
That they out there like this.
I might not be front row. You feel me? Yeah, nah. You know.
Exactly.
Nah,
I
ain't gonna be front row.
that's a good point, though. So we talked about Nas X. Your son just boom. He's Nas X in your house.
Yeah.
You supporting
In the house.
in the house. He's Nas X in the house.
Well, the music.
Everything. Yeah, everything. The whole shebang.
Country Road made a lot of money.
You ain't supporting, dude. You and I both.
All right,
hey,
I'm not.
Hey, listen.
I'm not.
Hey, is it right hand on the Bible? We're swearing him in. I don't know what party you're gonna be a part of today, but we swearing him. Politician DN today, man.
I mean, if y'all need a leader, I'm out here. But I'm just saying, in those situations, I'm not really for that. I'm not supporting it in the house. It's a distraction. It's too much going on. I'm not with it. But outside the house, hey, Dad, I got this going on. I'm gonna pop up.
You know why you won't support it? That's that inner that's them cojones. That's that male, that alpha, that dog.
Yeah.
That's speaking up like
And
it wants a voice. It wants us to speak up, but society like, nah, you better hush it up. No,
And
that's that
why
man
I
that's
said you're a
saying,
politician,
nah.
because you still kind of like coddle your conversation, like you kind of tone it down.
Bottlenecking it, man.
Yeah, because to come out on the that's why I said no
clean
disclaimer,
side.
because you still trying to come out on the clean side, which means you playing both sides. Because internally you like it ain't right. Well, why can't you speak on what you don't feel is right?
I can.
Trying to push what they feel is right on you, like
no, but listen. Right. Here's the thing. I can say how I feel all I want. It is what it is on the table. If they let them run, if they let them fight, they let them fight. No matter how I feel about it. So I can't spend too much time on.
So I'm saying at 15, and the school says that he can play. I mean, she can play. Your daughter can play football with the men.
Yeah.
Like, listen to now,
if she wants to, she's wanting this.
She wants to.
Yeah.
Your daughter is 5'5", 88 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
She's fast.
Yeah.
But you sit at them practices
and
seen them boys hit each other.
Yeah.
Are you gonna still? I'm supporting you, babe. Or you gonna be like, listen,
same for you.
I need a disclaimer right now because I don't want to take care of you for the rest of your life. If they slam you on your head,
bro, they hit like.
And on the young side, like because I go watch the little kids play. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man.
I go to all the little sports and stuff with them. Like some of them little kids is hitting because they want to play. Some of them is hitting because they just had it.
I used to watch Pop Warner down when I lived in Jacksonville, Florida. I used to watch the Pop Warner down there, and like our babies, we got good athletes up there, but them young men down there,
cornbread.
Oh my God, man! I'm talking about 7, 8 years old, them as big as me.
I'm talking about
boom. Yeah, I'm talking about
most of the littler ones. I see hitting hard.
Yeah, them ones. Yes.
The littler ones.
Yes, fearless.
8 years old and they littler and they rack them.
Yeah, they fearless.
They rack them.
Yeah, I mean, I played football in the South, so them kids you talking about, I've seen them in high school.
But do you want
country
your
fed
to play with?
But I've seen a midget out there.
You said a midget.
I've seen a midget. I've seen a midget playing middle linebacker.
For real?
Middle line. I put it. Listen.
Hey, y'all. Moral of the story is
Brandon Bather. You know who you are.
D gonna support, man.
Middle linebacker, midget. My man's went head first on the crack block, face first on this midget, eating out of a straw the rest of the spring practices.
What you want for your dog?
I mean, if I do not want that for my daughter, fellas.
Then don't allow. I think we have a voice. By speaking up, we allow for that not to happen. But when we're quiet, they just gonna make the rules they want. But when we voice our opinion as parents, We don't want that going on at our school.
I would hope the coach would never put my daughter as a middle linebacker in that situation.
Oh no, but
you feel me? Like they put him at kicker.
Right, but what? Right.
I'm not the coach.
What she's trying.
You're not gonna intercede on
the
that.
coach knows better. The coach is not gonna put you out there. The coach is not gonna put you at middle linebacker.
You don't know that.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
You're a coach. You're a coach.
I'm a coach.
You're gonna put the worst player at point guard.
No, she can't play middle linebacker.
You're putting the worst player at point guard. Or are you just
know what might happen?
Or are you
just?
I'm saying. But are you just gonna let the worst player kind of ride the bench?
What if in practice she's really?
I'm gonna let the worst player.
You feel me? But I'm just saying, in the event that your daughter might be a dog.
Yeah.
She might be a dog. And just so happened, she end up in the middle.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, she end up in that position and get her face toe off.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Take care of her for the rest
Goddamn
of
you,
your life.
coach.
Yeah.
Right.
I bet you won't do that again.
No, I'm saying.
I'm like, no, Daddy, I want to.
That's what I was saying.
Put me back in. I bust his ass. I swear to God.
On that
like this.
Yeah, on that note.
Hey, Dad, hand me the OJ. Thank you, baby. Thank you.
I'm just saying, like, reality is like sometimes, like, and this ain't
jokes,
like,
y'all, jokes.
Like that.
Yeah.
But on the man side,
yeah.
When do we stop? When are we not supposed to man up? Right there. It comes to a point where if we keep on getting pushed to silence and not how we feel about things, because they say, men are supposed to suppress our emotions and feelings, but some stuff you just gotta feel the way you feel about it and stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in all honesty, you gave a contradiction on how you would support.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's why I shot you couple different ways, because in the mindset of that, you really have your core beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
But society has pushed you as a man, maybe a black, maybe we're just gonna say as a man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As far as to where you're insensitive if you don't feel for this person, or this the way that this person is supposed to have it, or whatever like that.
Yeah.
No, why do I have to be the bad guy? Why do I have to be the bad guy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, in all actuality, like, far as I feel how I feel. It's a lot of people that feel the same way that I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But we so scared of being canceled from everyday life. Because there's a lot of us that's just got everyday life going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the celebrities and all that stuff got going on, like, man, they can't get canceled if we don't cancel them.
Mm-hmm.
The only people that's talking about canceling them is the people that
are offended.
And you know what's crazy? How many times in a year do you get offended by something?
Always.
Shit.
Always.
Man.
Chalk it up.
Yeah.
Man up. That's the only thing that I was saying, like, far as if you feel a certain type of way about something, don't coddle it to somebody else's particular for them to not feel like you doing wrong for talking how you want to talk. Like, nah, I'm gonna say what I want to say, and we don't never got to talk about it again.
Right,
but you're gonna know where I stand on it.
Right. But I'm saying the kids still they still know where I stand because I have a stance on it. But when it comes to a point where if you are willing to stand and fight for whatever it is you want to fight for,
I'm not standing there with you.
I might not be standing there with you, but I'm not gonna be standing against you either. I'm not gonna be the one. You feel me? The world can be the one, the school can be the one, the NCAA can be the one, whoever can be the one, but I'm not gonna be the one standing in between them.
Yeah, reality needs to start at home.
Yeah.
But if you standing in how you personally feel about it, you are against what they doing. Because
in all actuality,
that's what I'm saying. If you are standing in your manliness on it and how you feel about it, you are against it. I am against it. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
I am against it. The only thing in this situation is it's my kid who my flesh and blood, who I've loved from the womb all the way up to present day. So it's like, okay, I don't agree with that, but that also does not have anything to do with me loving you. Right. So you still are, I am against what you're doing, but I still
I'm obligated.
love you.
Yeah, not even obligated. This is my. This is how
I want to show up to the game. He want to be there for those memories.
Yeah. So
again, I'm not front row.
Yeah.
I'm in the back.
No. Listen, it don't matter where you at.
I'm in the back.
You there? Come on, D. Quit trying to get.
No, for real. That's me. That's what I'm saying. I support you to an extent.
Listen to this. If you have been you from day one, Like, man, whatever you gonna do, man, you gonna do. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Don't change it when, I mean, in my mind, don't change it when it gets to me, myself. So I'm like, nah, I don't want to go to sports where you fighting with girls and whatever. But just because he started getting famous doesn't mean that I'm going to start supporting now. I'm still going to be the person like, I don't even know how you got into that.
Yeah.
Why did you? I mean, like, you're winning, but you're losing to me.
Yeah, exactly. which is why I'm.
You dropped 30 tonight, man. But you had
your little cousin yesterday.
Exactly. You know? Which is why I'm gonna be in the corner with my drink. Listen, you feel me? So because I see that you out there and I'm supporting you because I'm here.
Yeah.
But I know you're supposed. I know you're supposed to win. You feel me? I know you're supposed to win, so I'm just sitting back.
But like the MMA,
do your thing.
But as we kind of talking more, I was kind of thinking like even with the MMA, like godly, I watched some of the men, you know, go down like in 4 seconds. It was one I was watching. He ran out and jumped with the knee to the and locked him up.
Yeah,
like buddy locked up, and they had to say he was in the hospital for a couple of days. I couldn't imagine my daughter. I couldn't imagine my son. Yeah. I couldn't imagine my son. For real. Even in MMA with women, because they rough too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But that's a reality though.
Yeah.
Listen to this. It's a difference, and that's why I say, like, man, when you live in the reality, and this is my thought, not the internet, not TV, but my reality is this: I really don't care. Life is the biggest business in the world, so you're gonna have to deal with all type of people when you're doing business. I don't care what you are when we're doing business, but in my personal space, I can be your friend to a level. I don't have to support you with everything that you got going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I still gotta be me. I gotta stand on who I am when it comes to what I feel.
Right.
Or where I think things should be. Like, but you don't have to support me neither in everything. And as a person that tells it how I feel like it is, regardless of how a person feels. Like, for everybody's not gonna like you, so your kids aren't gonna always like you. Like, this is reality. Like, for sometimes your kids gonna like you, sometimes they ain't. But we're not friends. When it comes down to it, no matter how old you get, you're still my kid.
Right.
To where I only have to support what I feel like I gotta support, and I'm always gonna tell you how I feel about something. But if I fake it by sitting in the back, you know what I'm saying, with the drink, chilling, I'm making you feel like I understand where you're going with this, and I don't.
Or if they truly know how you raised them and you're still there,
they probably don't even.
They don't. I really don't even want you here because I know wholeheartedly
how you
don't want to be here. So don't come because you faking.
Interesting perspective. That is an interesting perspective right there.
And we keep on hearing a buzzer. Are we getting kicked off?
No.
But hey, real quick. To all of our followers and our subscribers out there in YouTube land, we here at the Trueleon Army Podcast, we just want to talk about topics that are interesting. We want to talk about topics that generate great conversation like this right here.
Yeah.
So, with that being said,
we backpedaling, y'all.
No. Hey, no. Listen, it's no backpedal, but give us the freedoms to have our opinions, because we are pro love, we're pro black men, and we're pro positivity. So this is our opinion. This is our platform to share our opinion. There's a comment section. Share your opinion.
Share
it. All right. Yeah. So I just want to put that out there because, hey, we want to make sure that our content stays viewable and we can stay on here and have great conversation with a great group of guys like we're doing this evening. So last week, and speaking of which, we had a topic on that was centered around child support.
Yeah.
And what I do want to say is those that call in, their opinions do not reflect our personal opinions in how we view women. Our number one goal is to always be respectful of women. Our goals are to be respectful of just people, period. So we have made the necessary adjustments, and moving forward, we'll make sure that our approach towards women and the topics we talk about are reflected in a respectful manner. So again, we do thank you all for supporting us, and we are cognizant of what we talk about and how we speak on our platform. So we just want to put that out there because we want to put great content out, but we want to be respectful at all times of everyone.
Peace out. Thanks for joining us.
Coach D out of here.